What's up, traders? Welcome to another C-Space trading video. As always, subscribers welcome. I appreciate the follow and the viewing. If it's your first time viewing this channel, it's a little different today. Actually, I'm not breaking down one video. Typically, I do technical analysis on a wide range of stocks. Today, what I'm going to do is just kind of run you through a typical evening or a typical morning of what I do to show you how I find stocks to trade. So what I'm looking for are channels or trend lines, things bumping along those trend lines, bumping along those channels, top or bottom, and making an option trade according to what I see. So when you hear traders saying they're putting in the time, this job isn't a 9:30 to 4 o'clock job. This job consists of in the evening doing research, in the morning doing research, basically just clicking on different stocks and just trying to find what you're looking for. And once you figure that out, it's very quickly to spot. You basically just click on a stock, you'll see, and you know right off the bat if it's something you want to keep an eye on, then you flag it and move on. So first off, let's look at Under Armour. So I've got Under Armour here. As it's in this channel I like to trade. So this is a daily chart dating back till June. This thing it ran up pretty hard all the way up to what, 22, a little over 22, and it's pulled back some in the last couple months and it bounced here. So now you got these pivot points. Now you wouldn't have had this channel drawn until you have this, and you also want this top here. So basically when I draw this line, I create a parallel line and then kind of come out here and touch this pivot point. So now you've got this channel. It's not the perfect channel. I like to see a lot more choppiness. So I've not traded Under Armour in quite some time, just because it's just not something I like, but it is a channel. And if it does get back down here and touch, it possibly could be a decent play to go long on for a quick little bounce swing play. That's another Under Armour. There's ATVI. I've done some technical analysis videos on it. As you see, these lines are still drawn on here for, just so if I come back to it, it's a quick reference on where this thing is consistently at. I leave these lines on at all times. So you got the bottom of this channel here, the top of this channel. Red means, down, green means go. So it's kind of a, quick reference there. Then you have these lines of support and resistance, which is kind of been sitting around this line of resistance for quite some time, and it's kind of made it support now as it broke through, and it's just been sitting here. I'm not quite ready to, well, it did possibly just barely make new highs here. It's just been kind of sitting. However, it's still in a very bullish look. You have this strong run up, you got this flag, and it's untouched here. I would imagine this thing to pop very soon and run up to 85, but that's not what we're here for. So the saga continues. This is the S&P 500. I click on it and I just start scrolling down. Here I've got this trend line coming down, coming up, and then your play is basically which way is it going to go. It popped out, now it's coming back in, but it seems it has found an area of support on this line, which means you'd imagine this thing will continue to be headed north. So this trend should continue. Starbucks. Here's one here that I've been keeping an eye on. Had a strong push down, had a gap, and then this, this channel. So basically, trading this channel. Once you got down to here, you'd want to call along and go up. So maybe some of you guys are wondering, how do you draw these channels? Basically, what I do is I try to avoid these over-exaggerated lines, but some people use them. I like to kind of take the candlestick that kind of turned it, as you see here, and then kind of run it up and try to touch as many pivot points as you can. Now, not everyone's going to draw these exactly the same way. Some of them would draw it off the bottom of this, and they'll hit the bottom of that, and they'll kind of continue, which is the same thing. It just kind of widens it out a little bit. And then I like to create something parallel line here, and then hit these pivot points here. So you got a pivot point there, you got them here, you got them here, never got up there, and you see where it's kind of busted out here, which is a little different I'd drawn earlier, but that's what I'm saying. Every time you draw these lines, they change. So you got to be cautious when you're trying to trade technical analysis, that way. That's why it's not 100%, because it's not. It's just a tool that traders use. Cat's actually a good one that I've been kind of keeping an eye on. Hadn't traded it, but it's got this really choppiness I like. So when you're up and down constantly here, so Every time it gets down, you can kind of go long. Every time it gets up, you can go short. So there's constant money to be made here when the stock really hadn't moved, but 20 points over the last several months, you could have made a lot of money off this stock. So, and basically that's it. I mean, I'm not going to ramble on. That's what I do. I put the time in. I click on these stocks. There's NVDA, and it's actually got a really good, swing trade channel here that, every time it gets down, long, on top, short. So guys, find what works best for you. That's just what I do. It seems to be working currently. Now, I've been doing this for a few years, and these things don't always work. I don't know if I just lose focus or what, but not always is it, this simple. So put your time in, put your work in, and let's make money. And I appreciate the watching and the viewing. If you're interested in following along, click that subscribe button. If you got any value out of this at all, let me know by commenting or clicking that like button. Either one does work. And guys, y'all have a wonderful evening. Good night.